You've got 120,000 Christians that are being strangled, blockaded by Azerbaijan. It's against the peace agreement. It's against what the International Court of Justice has found. And yet it's taking place. It's being backed by Erdogan, who is probably the leading Islamist person in the world that's pushing militant Islam. We have seen historic Christian populations being driven completely out of the Middle East, virtually. Do we want to see yet another ancient Christian population be driven out of its homeland? Yet another one. And a lot of this is with U.S. weaponry that the Azeris have, or Israeli weaponry that the Azeris have. And I think you ought to put together a bipartisan Nagorno Karabakh Human Rights Act. Just put together a Human Rights Act, not a resolution, an act, a bill, a law, that says here are the minimum standards for what we expect the security to be and the human rights to be able to be for the people of Nagorno Karabakh. And just state them out there clearly and specifically. 907 already exists that if U.S. weaponry is being used in an offensive fashion against Armenia, this is a violation of that, and that's taking place now. So I think unless Azerbaijan lifts that blockade, that those Section 907 sanctions should be put in place by the president, by the administration. They ought to take place now if they will not lift this blockade. I think a congressional delegation traveling there would be to Nagorno Karabakh. We tried to get into Nagorno Karabakh. We couldn't get in. They wouldn't let us in to the place. But I would think they would let a congressional delegation. I'd hope they would. And if they wouldn't, that would also tell you something that's taking place.